Good morning. It's your buddy Tim Schill here, coming back with a new Raid Shadow Legends video. And the video I'd like to do today is a champion spotlight on a champion I recently pulled and couldn't have been happier, and it's this gal, Martyr. She is a defensive-based Sacred Order champion that really changed my account. I didn't realize how much she was going to change my account until I got her. She has an amazing aura, 33% increased ally defense in all battles, which is amazing. She has her A3 attacks all enemies, places a decrease attack and a provoke on a 4-turn cooldown. Her damage is based on defense, which is always good. Her A2 is probably her best ability. She places a 60% increased defense, which only helps her do more damage because she's obviously increasing her defense a ton, and a counterattack buff on all allies. So you get all that free damage coming out on 3 turns, and that happens for 2 turns. So there's not a lot of time that she doesn't have this up, and if you build her fast enough, you can really reduce that time as well. And then our A1 is pretty decent too. Hits a decreased defense for 2 turns, and it's 45% without books. It's 60% with books. So really, really good champion. You'll see, I'm not going to take her through all the regular content. Obviously, she makes it through a campaign. She can be a campaign fighter. She does about 20 seconds. She goes through Dragon pretty easily, Ice Golem. I mean, everything. She does everything that you'd want her to do. It's just not real fast. So we don't need to do that. If you want to see that kind of content, let me know. I will. I'll redo her with some of the basic content. What I am going to take her into is the Doom Tower. And if you saw my last Brogni video, I've been struggling with the very, very top end of normal Doom Tower. The Iragoth dragon was just murdering me. Even with Brogni by himself, I couldn't keep my team alive, but I dropped her in, and now it's a literal auto battle. Very, very easy. So you'll see, we'll do that one. So our HP is pretty decent for a defensive-based champion. Obviously, usually you don't want your defensive-based champions to have a ton of HP because they're your tanks, and you want them to get aggro from the waves. Her attack is low, but we expect that. Her defense is pretty good. I mean, there's some higher ones, but her defense is pretty good. Speed's too low. I wish that was higher, but what are you going to do? Crit rate, crit damage. She gets some free stats there, and then resist and accuracy as well. So let's see how I built my Martyr out. You guys can tell me if you think I have some room for improvement, which I obviously do, but I did the best with the gear I had. So you can see I ran 3 speed sets on her. I really think if you're not late mid-game to early end-game player, speed sets need to be part of your gear. You should be farming Dragon, rolling up speed sets just as much as you can, because speed for the early and mid-game players is the hardest stat to get. I mean, real speed. You know, running 150, 160 isn't going to get it done to get you through this content. You need to be running speeds of the 200 to 230 range to make the content work. And then obviously on Doom Tower Hard and thing, as you get towards the end game, you need 250. But hopefully by that time you'll have rolled up enough artifact to have a lot of speed in some of your other sets. But you can see I got her at 5,200 defense, which is pretty good for me. You can see I'm getting some help from my Great Hall and then my Masteries and Arena. 205 speed, which is pretty good. You know, obviously I want better crit rate, crit damage, but what are you going to do? And then 186 isn't ideal as well. I'd like some more accuracy there, but I couldn't make it happen on this one. And possibly a Masteries change on that might be good, but so far it hasn't cost me. So as far as Masteries go, I tried to pump a little more damage out of her by going War Master on the offensive tree, and then as much defense and counterattack mechanism as I could get on the defense, ending with deterrence, which is a counterattack to these debuffs, and retribution, which is a counterattack when she loses too much health as well. So that was my idea on gearing out Martyr, and for me, I think I did pretty well. So let's take her to the one content that I want to show you guys, because this And if you watch my Brogni video, you'll see I get nuked pretty good. Now, I've run this several times now as I've made different recordings for this video, and I lose the Fennecs about half the time. So I'm thinking there might be a better champion I could put in there that might live longer. Let's try Mashaled instead of Fennecs and see if we can't. He runs a little faster, and I built him a little beefier. I have a speed video coming out where I feature Mashaled too, where I re-gear him based on took him out of lifesteal gear and put him in speed gear with defensive stats, just to keep him alive longer and just let him pump out those awful fears. So you can see, obviously, what's nice about these is the waves aren't terrible, right? I mean, you can get through the waves pretty easily. So we get to the dragon. Hopefully I didn't kill myself by switching out the Fennecs, because he does do some good damage, even though he dies about halfway through this, about half the time. So he pumps that out. We've got counterattack up, so we're going to get a bunch of free damage. And really the RNG here is having him get his shield up in time. So if he can get his shield up in time, we are good. Okay, so we wiped out that guy, took some damage. Got the counterattack up again. Let's see if Brogni can get his shield up and save us. But watch my Brogni video and you'll see that, okay, so his shield is up, we should be fine now. The, this thing wiped me out for days and days and days. And getting Brogni and Martyr on this team, where I'm getting all the free damage with her counterattack mechanism, and then him healing and protecting. Now, one of the things that I didn't realize with Brogni that I think is super OP is he heals through the shield. So if you don't have a shield, he's not going to heal you. So you're getting the best of both worlds, right? He throws up a big shield on you. The boss hits the shield, doesn't do any damage to you, and he's healing your health bar. So you go into his shield, maybe at half health, you come out after taking damage to the shield with full health. I mean, it's really unbelievable. I'd like to try to get him faster if I could, but you can see now, I mean, this is a joke. I mean, we throw it on auto. I could run about anybody in here, it seems like. And we get it done in 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So if you have a Martyr, congratulations. If you have a Brogni and we're able to fuse him, awesome, because he is a great champion. So that's it for this video. If you'd like to see some more content on Martyr, I'd be happy to do it. Leave me a message, and please subscribe to the channel, like the video, would be much appreciated. And we will see you next time.